quick and it turned into, let's just reassemble the whole dash. The cheap freaking plastics, they disintegrate in your hand. This is now no longer attached to the dash. This is just disintegrating. Hopefully this is gonna be, because if it's clean, then my problem is something else. There's a little fan and there's a bunch of junk in front of it. Lola, she's the smartest dog ever. Hey everyone, Monkey Wrench Mike. Today we're gonna see if we can get this $650 1987 Volvo brick to chill. And by chill, I don't mean be cool, one of the cool kids. I can't make that happen. I'm talking about the air conditioning. That is a backbone to something that got dragged in here and eaten. Please be dead, please be dead. Please. Oh, I smashed his brain. Yeah, we got rain. Hunt for the second vehicle has taken us to... What are you gonna say?
It's just too much for me to screw out.
What do you think about this car, Mike?
Mikey likes.
You like it?
Mikey likes.
I'm in the car.
Yeah, this thing is blowing hot from all of the vents, so I think we're going to be very, very smart about this. There's the duck. People have been asking about the freaking duck, so I got the duck in this video. We'll put him up so things can get quiet, because others say he just talks too much. They say you talk too much. I know. I'm surprised too. Anyway, we're going to be smart about this. We're going to read the codes. We're going to remove the radio, remove the ECC, that's electronic climate control, and see what's going on. Then possibly we will check to see if there is some R134A in the system. And hopefully by the end of the video, we'll be driving in a cool Volvo that's really chill. Don't make fun of me. I said what I said. That is a backbone to something that got dragged in here and eaten. Please be dead, please be dead. Please. Oh, I smashed his brain. Yeah, we got rain. Hunt for the second vehicle has taken us to... What are you gonna say?
It's just too much for me to screw out.
What do you think about this car, Mike?
Mikey likes.
You like it?
Mikey likes.
I'm in the car.
Well, the problem we're having is this fancy scan. I'm sorry you can see me in the reflection. It's weird out here. I think we're gonna have some storms or something. But there's nowhere to go into the air conditioning system, the ECC. These are the only modules that I can go into in this very expensive Maxi Sys, and I've tried everything. I can't get into there. The problem is when I turn this on, well, maybe it's gonna work now. Okay, this is really warm air that's coming out of here. I mean, it's really, really warm air, which would mean, you know, that, yeah, this isn't cooling off at all. If I do the recirculate, what happens? So in a Volvo, what I've learned is your hot air, okay, your hot water from the radiator, it's always flowing through your system right here, and then you have the blend doors that turn it off and on. But all of these, okay, this one's kind of blowing. He's trying to blow. He's really, okay. But this one's hot. This is hot. So my blend door, which is over here, is kind of closed right now. It's trying to cool off. So at least I may have some Freon. Well, I'm going to call it Freon, R134A. I may have some in there, and it's just this blend door on this side is stuck. So what I want to do is remove the radio. If I can do this, I got to get my coin out and then remove the radio and then remove this, and maybe I'll have access to the blend doors. I don't know. Well, let's just see what happens, okay? All right, let me show you how cool this is. If you put a quarter in right here, these little things open. And then what you can do is you can give them a tug and see how the radio starts to release right there. Here, now it's coming out. Let's see if I... Oh, somebody hasn't checked his ashtray. Have you been smoking? You've been smoking in my car? You're not supposed to. Don't backtalk me. Have you been smoking? Is that a no? Okay. You're not supposed to smoke. Anyway, the last time, look at this. I have an oil change sticker from 2015. So 9 years later, I've got cigarette butts in the car. So we'll see if we can get this out. Get the radio out. Remove the ECC without cutting my hand because I've heard it's very, very sharp right here. And then we'll see what's going on. If I have access to the blend door, we'll see if we can make it close. We have removed, look at this mess. Yeah, so we have removed the ECC and the radio. And look, this is just disintegrating. Whatever that insulation stuff was around these wires. That's a mess. Anyway, I can't see that I have access to the blend door, so I got to do some investigation, and we'll come back and see what's going on. But I think that's what's happening. Is the blend door on the right side, the driver's side, isn't closing fully, and that's why I'm getting this really hot air. If that's it, if I can just temporarily close that during the summer months, that would be fantastic. But let me just see what my research will find. And look at this. Look at all this rust. That's ugh. We're back. We've been doing some research, and if you look right up here, you see this little tab, this little plastic cap thing that you can remove with your fingers, hopefully. This covers a teeny tiny little fan. Let me turn the camera around. That's it right there. And if you remove this little cap, you have access to a little bitty fan that is like the temperature sensor. Here it is. Okay. Don't eat that, duck. Don't you eat my little cover. I'll cook you for dinner. Okay, if you look right here, I don't know if you can see in there, there's a teeny tiny little fan, and it is supposed to spin when you, this is terrible camera work. It's supposed to spin when your air conditioning unit is working, okay? Because then that tells the computer how warm it is on this side of the vehicle. And if I back all the way out and go to the other side, there's another one right there. Okay, so I have found that if you do some cleaning, you blow some compressed air in there, it cleans it out. So let me get my glasses and a flashlight, and we'll see if we can take a look at it. Let me show you what's going on. If I can get in there enough where you can see that. Can you see? There's a little fan and there's a bunch of junk in front of it. Okay, so if I take my sprayer and I just kind of shoot it in there, hopefully that's all come off now. So let's get the flashlight back. I can't get in there enough to show you what it actually looks like. All right, we're continuing to kind of figure out what the heck is going on here. I will tell you, Lola has chimed in, and she says that it's the blend valve, which is right under here. There's a blend motor. You can take it off, put a 12-volt battery on it to see if it works. We're probably going to do that. I do want to show you. I'm going to have duck for dinner tonight because he won't shut up. He is driving me crazy. So if you look very closely here, let me get my very high-tech flashlight. If you look, can you see in there? I'm sorry, you probably can't. Anyway, the fan isn't moving. It's not moving on this side. And if you look right here, if you look very closely, you can see that one's moving. He's just spinning like crazy. See? This is the passenger side. There, you can kind of see the things blowing. If I turn it off and muzzle the duck. Okay, can you see the fan blades on the outside there? Yeah, that's what's turning. So that's a good sign for this side. It's not a good sign for the other side. And of course, I don't have any R134A, so we're going to have to run to the Walmart and get some more of that. This is where they wrote the code on the radio. That's nice to know. So we can put all this back together, and then we will attack this after we try to get some more Freon and see if we can get the fan out from over there. But you're going in your cage because you're out of control. It's another day, and we have created the ultimate code reader. Yeah, we did some research on the Google, and in the 95 through 97 Volvos, you can create your own little EEC code reader. So I have a little LED light. I have a quick on and off switch right here. They're plugged in to 5 and 6 and 15. We have the light illuminated, and what is supposed to happen, and it will happen because I've tested this already. So if I press this switch right here, we should get our first code. Okay, so let's just kind of read this. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So there's a code, 141. I should have another one too that starts with a 2. One, 2, and then a 1, and a 1. So 211. And if I wanted to clear the codes after they are read, then I push this and hold it down for a little bit. I think that's all I'm going to have. Let's see if there's another one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3. Actually, yesterday when I tested this, I only had 2. So the fact that we have 7, is that a good thing? I don't know. I don't know if it's a good thing. It's a lot more than we had yesterday. But we'll do the research. We are also going to remove this little fan right here. Okay, so these look like 10 millimeter bolts. And then I can get kind of behind this piece, if this piece will slip down, and I can remove the little temperature sensor. Okay, in the hole right there, I should be able to get that off. Okay, let's see if that's possible. And then we'll go inside where it's cooler, and we'll talk turkey and see what's going on, all right? We're inside where it's air conditioned. This is the little sensor. As you can see, this is the little bitty fan. And what I've done is you kind of remove this right here. You can see that it's on a magnet, and I added a little drop of transmission fluid because that's a good little lubricant right there for it. Okay. Then I kind of cleaned off this, and probably should wipe my thumb on this or whatever. And then if you put this back in, watch. See how that spins? Hopefully, we now have movement again. So we put this very carefully back in here. She's all back together. She is lubricated. She's happy. So we will put this back in the car. But in the meantime, let's do some code research and find out how many codes we actually came up with and what they mean. All right, here we go. These are all the error codes and the problems right there. So 141. Faulty ground signal, driver's side temperature selector switch, 211. Driver's side damper motor position sensor open, current, 233. Floor defrost damper motor position sensor open circuit. And then 321, driver's side damper motor open too long, 322. Passenger side damper motor open too long, 323. Ventilation motor damper open too long, 325. Reconciliation damper, whatever that word is, I've forgotten. Damper motor open, recirculation, that's what that is. Damper motor open too long. 411, blower fan seized or drawing excessive current. 414, driver's side interior temperature sensor fan seized. That's that little part we took out. And then I got a 417 for the passenger side interior temperature sensor fan seized. But that one was moving recently, so some of these could be old code. So I'm going to clear this, and then we'll read it again. But I do believe that this driver's side temperature selector switch, faulty ground signal, maybe because of a wire, and then I know for sure the driver's side interior temperature sensor fan was seized, the 414. We have the refurbished unit attached right now. Before we attach it actually to the car, I want to try to give it some power. Okay, so let me do this. This has just not been my day. This has not been my freaking day, and I'm going to get rid of my duck. I've decided I can't take it anymore. I'm not going to get rid of him. He's just driving me crazy today. Anyway, okay, so here's the blade of the fan. I wish I could show you. Hold on. Right, here we have the fan, okay? What I want you to do is watch that. That is actually the fan blade, okay? So we'll give the car some power, and look at that. It works. The daggum thing works. It works for like 5 seconds, and then it stops. That's exactly what it is supposed to do. So we have fixed this one. Yeah, and we can put it back in the ceiling. So let me do that, and then we will silence the duck, and then we're going to check the fuses. But I can't find my camera holder, my tripod. I can't find my duck muzzle, and even Lola's driving me crazy. It's just been a day. It's just been a crazy day. So all the fuses are good. I don't want to brag too soon, because I mean these do flash, so there are some errors. But I'm getting cool air out of both sides now, which I'm going to take until the car warms up as a win. So have we reached the point where we can see if the car needs... Wait, I hope this isn't warming up. This is blowing out a lot more than this one. And then when I turn off the air mix, this is warm. Just a little bit comes out, but when I put the air mix back on, it cools off. So there is something is going on, I think, with the blend door down there. See, this one's hot. Yeah, so we still have the blend door issue. But this is cooler. How bizarre is that? Okay, so that means I get to take this thing off right down here and see what's going on, which is going to be fantastic. So, yay! Yay, Mike. But in the meantime, let's see if we can add some R134A, because I just like to waste money. So let's just see if we can put some in there and get this half of the car blowing cold. Let's just try. We have actually removed the blend door. Okay, this is for the driver's side. It was way up there in the middle, right above the cruise control vacuum pod, I guess is what you call it. But the thinking is there's a little gear inside here. It's white, and the grease they used after, you know, almost 30 years, it gets hard and it gets everywhere, and there's some contacts that it prevents from making contact. Does that make sense? So you've got 3 screws right here. We will remove them, and I'll show you exactly what's going on, and hopefully we can get this thing to work. All right, let me show you exactly how dirty hopefully this is going to be, because if it's clean, then my problem is something else. Okay, let's take a look at this. We're back at the kitchen table, because this is where I do my best work. We have 3 screws. We have a hat placed there, I guess, just for product placement. I don't know why that ended up right there. Because it didn't match my shirt. That's probably why. Okay, we're going to take these 3 screws out, and we will see what lies beneath. Okay, because we want the gear back in place, I'm going to put a little scratch on it somewhere. We're going to call this the top. We'll put a little scratch right here. And then we'll put a little scratch right here. And then just in case... we just kind of covered up our scratch. That's perfect. Okay, so we're going to call that it. Okay, see, this is dried grease right there. So if we take this off, see how gross that is right there? And these are the little contacts. That's, ugh. So... See, that's all dried grease. And then somebody used mass airflow sensor cleaner, I guess. Let's just kind of see. And the idea is you get a little bit of new lithium grease, put it on there. This is kind of corroded too. All of this is kind of corroded. Ugh. Let's get some electronic cleaner. Let's do that. Really disgusting old toothbrush. Let's kind of clean these things too, just in case there's a little goop. Okay, now we'll get a little bit of lithium grease and we'll put it where it's supposed to be. We'll get the door back on, but this part is the part that we colored and it goes like that. So this would go just like this. I'm going to call that perfect. Well, the one snapped. That's good. Okay, we'll get these back on. And then I'll show you where it lives in the car. Okay, we have the blend door attached. Let me see if I can get the camera right up in here for you, because it's way up in there. Can you see the black box right there next to the, this is the air that goes to your feet and your knees. Right above it, that's your blend door right there. And there's 3 Torx screws, 2 on the side, like right over here, and they are so much fun to get to. Yeah, you also have your cruise control vacuum pod that lives kind of right there, but you can remove that. That little knob right there goes to that. So let me reattach that and show you everything that is supposed to be. Or maybe we should just test it first. Let's just test this first. Let's not waste any time. Well, we have her running, and you'll notice something. Well, they just came back. Dagnabbit, I thought I fixed it. But I will tell you, this is as cool as this side right now. So I'm going to say we fixed one of the problems. In order to get to the little bitty gears that turn these little bitty numbers right here, for all of the duck lovers out there, he was dead silent until I started talking. Don't you come up here. Don't you come. No, 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 no. No. Stop. Lola, go away, okay? Anyway, you got to take the instrument cluster out. To do that, you've got to take off the top part of the dash. To do that, you take off a side piece here. There's 2 screws. There's one here, here, and here. Take these 2 things out, and there's one here and one there. And some people say you can just lift this up with just the left half removed. I don't know if I trust. I don't want to crack my dash. So I think what I'm going to have to do is take off the airbag and the glove box and remove the screws over there. So let me see if I can remove that. I really don't want to, but I don't want to crack this already warped dash. Let's see what's going to happen. I'm back. It's another day. And yes, it's another tribulation. Yeah, because this thing, to change a light bulb, all of this has to come off. To fix your speedometer gear, all of this has to come off. To do anything with the instrument cluster, all of this has to come off. And so there's screw, 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 screw under the 4 bolts that hold the airbag on, airbag disconnected and everything else. But I think we've got it. And all I'm trying to do is get my instrument cluster out. And this is everything that has to be removed. Speakers, speaker grills, and all of this is very, very fragile. So, see, I don't want to break anything. All of this has to come out to change a light bulb. This is the dumbest engineering ever. You know, I love my Volvo and I hate my Volvo at the same time. I really do. It's a lot of work. So I'm taking this whole thing off so I can vacuum out all the crud, because you know we had critters living in here. So I have some mouse poop Up there that we're going to get rid of some dead ants, some dead spiders. We're going to have a dead duck soon if he doesn't get quiet. But all of that to get the instrument cluster out. So let me put this up. All of that right there for this work. And you can easily scratch this, and you don't want to, and something plastic just fell off. Even this is kind of dented from the heat and the age. So let's take this inside to our operating room, and we'll get to what lies beneath right here. Instrument cluster inside the house and almost completely disassembled. Here we go. So to take off the lens, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 647 what is this? T10 screws? No, it's a little bigger than that. T15. I think it's a T15. Then you get to very, very carefully pry this off. If you have the turbo, you have to remove a nut that holds this little vacuum port right here. So there's a nut and a little washer that has to come off so this can slide on through. Then you have to be very careful. Don't lose your needles. Let them change places or anything like that. And this will lift up like so. And then you get to put it on the table very, very carefully. Here's how it attaches to the back. See all those little ports? Yeah, that makes it very difficult to remove. Now, here's what we're trying to get to. This piece right here, this is the odometer. Turn this around right here. And you've got T8s. So I got my little teeny tiny Torx bits out here. We got 1, 2, and then it's just going to slide off from the front. Okay, 2, and then 3. Hopefully you can see that. I'm going to change the bulb, so I got this thing apart too. So I got 3 little T8s, teeny tinies. And then what will happen, hopefully, this will slide off. Here you go. There's an electrical connector right here. You got to be careful. Don't get those pins all screwed up. And then you can sit over here. You can sit right here. And underneath this motor, which is just a regular Phillips head, are the gears. So let's kind of figure out what's happening here. And hopefully it's just a broken gear, and then I'll show you our replacement parts. I'm trying to do this so you can see. Okay, so that's 1, 2, and it's time for the big reveal. Look how organized I am. Okay, this will slide off here. Okay, all those little green pieces, that's the gear that's broken. Oh my gosh. So yeah, there's some, look at this. This is a piece right here. This is a chunk right there. This thing just disintegrated. Wow. Okay, so this is kind of small. So I'll try to get all these little pieces out. We have everything cleaned off, all right? So all the little green pieces are gone from here, and the part that disintegrated is on the back of the new one. It's this guy right there. See, this used to be green, but now it's white. We have the new little tinier gear, which is just like that one right there. I put a little Vaseline on it. We turn this upside down, we attach it. And then what happens as this thing goes around, this gear, see this right there? That one slides around in here and it turns these gears. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's just dirty. We're back. We have all new light bulbs installed except for one right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the main bulbs. One of them was a little weak, so I just got 4 of these 164s, and they just literally fit right in here like this, and they twist on just like that. Now you notice I'm missing some of the blue ones below. This is why you don't throw things away. When you have old instrument clusters, whatever, you just save it and you throw it in a bucket like this, and then you have everything you could ever need. And I have all these good light bulbs, and so we'll put them in, and then we'll put this in the car. All right, we've done a little work on the old dash pad. We fixed some of the cracks, and I think I have this kind of glued down where it's supposed to be so my edge will be nice and sharp. Let's go around and we will install it in the car, and it's going to be magnificent. I hope. Here we go. Ow. Now, there's a couple of places there are slots to kind of slide this into, which makes it oh so much fun. Plus, you also have to go down to get under this part right here. So, let's see if we can do this without cracking everything up. It's not all it's cracked up to be. I think that looks better. Okay, now we'll get the other side, and we'll be very happy. Very, very happy. And then we get to carefully put in all of our vents without breaking anything. Let me try to explain what changing a light bulb in the instrument cluster has turned into. Okay, just take a look at this. Okay, so we have the dash apart. We have the cowl apart. Okay, so the part under your windshield, that is all removed. Okay, we realize we do need a new air filter. Okay, this it just kind of sits on there, and because Volvo uses very inexpensive plastics, this is now no longer attached to the dash. Okay, everything has come out like this. This used to hold this through the firewall, and it would connect. It went back under here, and you screw it in through the firewall with this bolt right here. So it went like that. This is in little pieces now. Okay, so that has turned into this. Yeah, this has become a thing. Okay, the cheap freaking plastics, they disintegrate in your hand, and so I don't know how you're supposed to work on this thing. You remove a speaker cover, it disintegrates. The little clips disintegrate. So we have them glued back. Okay, the little clips, it's glued back together. I'm afraid to touch anything. I'm literally afraid to touch anything. I found a weird wire that looked like it had been eaten, so I removed this. It's just crazy how this has exploded into so much more than what you thought it was going to be. Okay, I found this little piece right here. I don't even know what it is. It's some kind of a connector. I don't know. It was actually laying on that piece that I just showed you right here. So I removed that to try to get into here to see what it might attach to, and I can't find anything that this would attach to. I don't even know what this is. And I don't see any other piece like it. So I'm going to have to do some digging just to see what's going on. So I've removed the airbag. I just don't feel any other connection for it. I just don't. So we're going to have to look at that. But the plan is, I can't tell you how upset I am right now. Anyway, we have bolts. And oh, shoot. Well, I almost broke that. That would be fantastic. So I have bolts and nuts and washers. And I'm thinking, in my infinite wisdom, is that this will attach through here somehow. Okay? So I do have a hole for it. That's where the bolt goes. Okay? So this will go through. See, it'll fit through. And hopefully it's long enough to reach the hole that I have drilled right here. You have two choices. Okay, I'd like to go to this one if I can, because this one is going to interfere with the airbag. So this has turned into a thing. Okay, this is crazy town. Okay, all of this for a light bulb. Yeah, this is the best day ever. And I'm supposed to take the car to Mom and Tom's this evening. So if I can get all this done, we'll take it up there, and that'll be a whole nother video. But I'm ready to junk this thing. You hear me, car? I'm ready to throw you in the scrapper. This for a light bulb in the instrument cluster. Well, we found a place for the bolt. I hope it does not interfere with the airbag. We're just going to find out. But it goes through there, and it does come out where it is supposed to come out. right there. So I'm going to have to trim that because, of course, something's going to hit it. And that would be this right here. So maybe I could just, nope, I got to trim it because it sticks out too much. So let's go ahead and just do a test fit. We'll get the instrument cluster back in with the new light bulbs. Yeah, with new light bulbs because I'm not doing this again. And hopefully the dash will go on and it won't interfere with this bolt right here. But this thing is rock solid now. Okay, it's not moving at all. I mean, it's really not. So I'm really happy with that. Let's just find out if we screwed up or not. We have everything put all back together, okay? This dash is now not going anywhere, okay? I'm terrified to put the speaker covers on, so I'm gonna do that off camera. We have almost everything except the lower part of this, because I still gotta figure out where this green thing came from. And if you know anything about Volvos, let me know. It's so bizarre looking. I don't know. Maybe it's just a toy or something that fell in here, or like a hypodermic needle I shouldn't be touching or something. I don't know what this is, but let me know. Anyway, yeah, we'll kind of hide it right there. Let me show you the engine bay. So we have, that's the bolt. Okay, we have all kinds of stuff to protect the water from getting inside. We have this, we have sourced a new air cabin filter. So I'm gonna run to AutoZone or O'Reilly's or somebody and get one of those. If it's perfectly, we'll put this back together and we're gonna call it a video, I think. I really do. I am, woo, all of this for just a light bulb, okay? We did fix other things, which is fantastic, but that was so much work and it was way, way, way overkill. So designers, to replace the light bulb in your instrument cluster, all of that had to happen. That's not cool. That is not, how do you say not cool in Swedish? I don't know. If you know, let me know. Finishing up the project, yep, topping it off with the new air filter. I don't know if this is the original. This is not the worst I've seen. It's certainly not good. Actually, AutoZone had one and it looks beautiful. There it is. I don't think there's a top. I think it just sits there and then this cowl just kind of covers it up. So we'll get this put back together. We will reattach the battery and then we're going to take her for a spin. Hopefully everything is fixed now because I don't want to go through this again. But that is gorgeous. Here you go. Final look. She looks good, doesn't she? Windshield's attached, cowl attached, fresh filter. Everything here is fresh. I don't think I've changed the brake fluid though. That's probably something that we should look at before we drive to Mom and Tom's, but we have run out of time. So it is now time to take her for a spin. I'm just kind of seeing this too. Yeah, there's a little dent on the crease of the door. But let me get my co-pilot, we'll get her out, and then we'll go have some fun and see if we did any good or not. We'll take her around the block and check the lights and the odometer and all that kind of stuff. Maybe it's working. I hope so. You don't get to go because you've been a pain in my rear end all day long, okay? You get to stay here. Co-pilot, yep, she's ready to go. So, what do I do with the keys? What do I do with the keys, co-pilot? That's your job, isn't it? Here they are. Ha! Okay. Woo! It's heating up fast. You ready to go? All right, the car starts good. I can tell you that's going to be a problem already. That's actually the instrument cluster. Because the tabs, the plastic tabs, have broken and there's nothing holding the top part down. So I need to get like a little piece, some double-sided tape or something, just to kind of hold this right there, because that's going to be loud and bothersome. Okay, you ready to go? Let's give you some breathing room. There you go, so you can meet your people. Okay, we'll do this one over here too. There you go, Mama, and I'll do mine. And let's just see what we have created, and hopefully this service light will go out again. It just pops on and off whenever it wants to. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about the brakes. I really haven't even considered. Have I? Have I looked at the brake pads in this? I don't know. Service light is still on. Please tell me this is moving. It's moving! We have fixed the odometer. All of that. And it works, see? We're going from 1.3 to 1.5. And now the mileage will be represented. What do you think about that? Oh, you're looking at your peoples. Okay, that's all right. I wish we had a little better AC. We're having an issue getting the car to accept the R134A. But this is huge. And the rattle is driving me cuckoo. This side of the dash is not moving at all, which is fantastic. And I still get that boom right at the end of the braking procedure. I don't know why. Someone said it was a air leak in the ABS system. What was that? Lola gets so excited she loses her footing. Okay, so we're now up to 1.7 and it's continuing to work. We have fixed the car, Lola. We fixed so much on the car in this video. We'll give a little bit of credit to the duck. But I am so happy about this. Okay, so the odometer works. We know the little fan right in here works. We know the little fan under that handle works. Our blend door works. This is cool. It is not hot. Okay, so what's coming out right here is not hot at all, which is gigantic. There's my neighbor pulling into the neighborhood. Let's give her a little gas. Service engine light has stopped. Oh, so we have a little pep in our step now. Only thing I want to fix before we go to Mom and Tom's is this rattling instrument cluster. That would drive me cuckoo. So we'll have to address that. Lola, you okay back there? What do you think? I am happy. We're now at 2.0 miles on the trip odometer. Hopefully we'll go from 123,985 to 123,986, which will be huge. Okay, let's park it. Then we'll have a little sit down, a little chit chat. What do you think? Did we do good? I think we did fantastic. We did a good job. All right, folks, this has been a heck of a video. I don't know when I started it. Weeks and weeks ago with the thought of, hey, let's just crank one out real quick. And it turned into, let's just reassemble the whole dash and let's crack it in half. And all the brittle plastic is just going to go down. And it's going to give you so much trouble. And it did. And it is. But I still like it. I do. I still like it. So we're going to end this video right here. We will say thanks for watching. We're back with another one very, very soon. My neighbor is about to come up to the door. Oh, she's hiding. Okay, there we go. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Lola, say goodbye. Lola. 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 Hey. Lola. She's the smartest dog ever.